We welcome you to Hoke Field, proud home of the Gardiner Tigers, as Munsing Media Sports brings you high school field hockey, part of our Tiger doubleheader here from Hoke Field. Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Munsing. The coach, Mo McNally, joining me here for color commentary. Chris Wheeler is doing our production. Bill Hasty on our camera. And we will get set for what should be a really good key matchup here between an A-B crossover game. Coach McNally, good test for the Tigers coming up.
Oh, it sure is, Rob. This is going to be a great game. Skowhegan comes in at 7-0-1. They tied with Lewiston, and they're number 1 in North A. Gardiner is 7-2-0, and they're number 5 in North B. Coming from different directions, I think, a little bit. Skowhegan's on top of A. Gardiner's trying to find their footing in B, but had a real good double overtime game with MCI the other day. Skowhegan's led by Grace Mayo, who's got 8 goals and 9 assists. Caitlin Dufour's got 10 goals and 3 assists. And they've got a freshman in goal, Rob, so she's going to be tested today because Gardiner's strength is in their forward line. So Michelle Williams, a freshman for goalie for Skowhegan, will take some shots today. She's got 4 shutouts. She's only allowed 6 goals, 85% saves percentage. So she's well on her way to a great career at Skowhegan. Gardiner comes in with, as I said, that forward line of Brinley Chasen, Davin Swindells, and the midfielder Macy Hickey, the strength of Gardiner. And they've all 3 of them have been playing well. And Emma Jean has filled a hole in the goal cage for Gardiner. And while Taylor Abear is getting her defense some little experience in the back, Emma Jean's done a great job for them. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good game, and it'll give Gardiner a good idea where they belong.
Well, it's tournament time almost here. We'll be into tournament time here in a couple of weeks, and these are the kind of games you want to be playing. We say this a lot against opponents when we have quality matchups here, and this is how you get yourself better as a team. So we'll get set to go here shortly. Tigers will be in the home dark uniforms. Orange and black day here for both these teams. Skowhegan, of course, in their white traveling uniforms are going left to right. Coach, one of the things you don't often get to here as we're into October is talking about conditioning, but the way the weather is here, we're starting here at 71 degrees, and it's been warm. And, you know, Bill Hasty and I were talking about that movie. You probably remember this one, The Endless Summer. Remember that surfing movie from back in the late 60s, early 70s? Well,
yes, I do.
That is exactly what we have cooking here. You youngins will have to look that up on Chap, what is it, Chap GP or something like that? I don't know what they call that one, but I call it Chapstick TP or something like that. Anyway, they'll tell you all about it. The Endless Summer was a great movie, and the Endless Summer here continues for all the teams. It's been a beautiful year. I'd like to really think about going back as a player if I could. Want to thank the Gardiner All Sports Boosters Club. They brought you this pregame chatter between Coach and me, and we'll get set to go. We get a lot of expertise up here in the booth with the former coaches, Sharon and Mo over there. So if I get any questions, I know where to go. Chasen, she's going to launch one. It won't go. The battle of the Frost Tenders. Kick out save, tested right away. That was Swindells.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Doughty before the game, and she's real high on this freshman goalie, this Michelle Williams. And she said she's going to be terrific by the end of the season and for 3 more years to go. But as I said to her, I said, you know, we've got one of the fastest forward lines in the KVC, so it's going to be a test.
Yeah, I'm sure you weren't giving Paula any information she didn't already know. But, yeah, so it's a good matchup here. Already tested.
And I think if Gardiner can continue to put the pressure on and control the midfield, that's going to be huge today. Macy Hickey's got her hands full controlling that midfield. If we can keep the ball down inside the 50-yard line towards our offense for the majority of this game, we're in good state.
And that was Hickey with the maneuver left to right, but dispossessed. But Tigers will intercept. So far, possession favoring the Tigers, still early. Quick change. Here's that midfield play you talked about, Coach McNally, turning defense right back into offense quickly.
Right, and we've said this all along, Rob. We've been really impressed with Gardiner's passing game. I mean, they use the entire field. Their passes are quick. They take their free hits real quickly and catch the defenses off on their back feet. So it's, you know, Gardiner's has got some real positive attributes with this particular game.
You know, beautiful day to play in.
Oh, couldn't ask for a better one.
Aerial into a safe zone, so play on. Come the Riverhawks with their first offensive thrust. Ball will go to space. Tigers came back to make the play, but a restart here for Grace Mayo. She's one of the senior captains for the Riverhawks.
Right, and she's headed to Bates next year, so academically, I'm sure she's at the top of her class, so I'm sure she plays a cerebral game, and Coach Doughty's real high on her. Individual skill work is terrific, from what I understand.
Yeah, and Bates has got a terrific program down there, don't they? Nationally ranked
Boy,
every single year.
They are tough. I saw just the end of a game the other day. They are fast and very, very skilled. Everywhere, all over the field. It's a fun game to watch down there.
Anna Tweedy with a nice defensive play, and Tigers over midfield, but dispossessed. It'll be through. Good through ball there. Took a bounce. Riverhawks. Kick out save by Jean. Her first test. She's got another one. Oh, somebody came in behind smartly there for the Tigers, and that thing is still loose, and you saw the scrum in front.
Looked like Macy Hickey, Rob. That's one of the things Gardner's going to watch, because Skowhegan's got good field, and if they get in behind you, they're going to outrun you.
Yeah, here it is right here. We might be able to see who came in behind, but there was somebody saved a goal. Riverhawks bounced one through and whistled Tiger ball. Just underway here. Glad you could join us. A 3 o'clock start. That may have caught some people unaware. We've got a busy day here in Tiger Town. We've got football later tonight, so they'll play this game. Then they'll play a timed JV game. As both these squads have enough kids to play, which is great. So they'll play just a timed second game. But they didn't want this thing to go like 4 overtimes starting at 4 o'clock and, you know, having the football teams out there at the same time with 2 field. It would be a mess. It would be mayhem. Might be good to see, though. Might be good TV. Tigers at their 40. They'll throw it to midfield and a tussle down the far side.
Just wanted to mention, Rob, too, while we got a second here, to tailor these two coaches, too. If we start talking about Paula Doughty and the program that she's built at Skowhegan, we're talking about the standard bearer for field hockey in this state. She's been there for 45 years. She's got 20 state championships.
That's amazing, huh?
20. She's been National Coach of the Year, National Max Preps Coach of the Year, National Field Hockey Coach of the Year. Her program runs from K to 12, and it's the strongest probably in the state. She's just got former players that are back coaching with her. It's, as I said, it's the program that everybody looks up to.
Well, you want to find out how to build a program, just study the Skowhegan field hockey program. I'm not talking about field hockey coaches. I'm talking about coaches at any level. You mentioned the key is the youth programs, and get your kids back down there. And I remember when I was trying to rebuild our youth program, and I got kids down there, and they said, "What do you want to run for an offense, coach?" I said, "I don't care about the offense. I want you to start talking Tiger football talk. I want Tiger language. Everything you heard us say, I want you saying." That's how you build a program.
Of course you do. You got to get the kids loving it. And then you take a look at Jess, and it's hard for me to believe because she played for me, but she's been around for 21 years herself. This is her 3rd year at Gardiner.
And you don't age. You don't age a year, Coach. It's amazing.
Yeah, right.
Fountain of youth.
She's got a state championship around 5 regional titles. She's been the MVC Coach of the Year. So both these coaches are well respected throughout the state.
Jess really built that Winthrop program into a powerhouse.
She did a great job out there, and she and her staff are doing a good job here. So I think this is a big game for her, because she had many, many games against Skowhegan herself when she was playing. So this is a big game for her as well.
Alberico got it through, but a little too strong. So Kim and Denny Greenleaf, I took my grandson Teddy out to breakfast at Dave's. They were there and excited that the game was going to be on here today. And
Kim has been one of our strongest field hockey advocates for years. The kids look forward to seeing her when her daughter played, before that and after that. She's been like a field hockey mom for this program for a number of years. Just loves it. So it's great to see her out and at the games.
That ball looked dangerous, but it went to an empty area, so we'll play on. Macy with a nice pass. Macy Hickey changed the field there. She was able to hit Tweedy. Tweedy now, they're down the right side of the Tigers, thrown through. Stop back deep, and Riverhawks. My goal today is not to say the I word. I mean,
know.
it's so hard.
I know. I'm with you. I hear you. That was a great example, Macy. You could change in the field, and you can see, if you watch the replay on that, you can see how quickly you can find an open zone if you change that field quickly. And to bring it back to the right side, as we've said a number of times, Rob, most teams want to bring that ball down the right anyway because it's your strong side. So if you can get it over there and get an opening, that starts your offense.
Well, this has been an even-Steven game. Now Swindell's. Davin tried to one-time it, not able to do that. Some good back work by Emily Bruce, the junior. Jaden Dodge also went on the action. But Tigers will come chasing through the legs. Croqueted it. The shot, a big shot, but deflected out front, I think, off a Tiger's stick.
She does have a big shot. It's a big, strong shot. I think once she gets inside the circle, if she just shorten it up a little bit, I think she'd get it off quicker. But she's got one of the best shots in the KVC, and we don't speak enough about Davin Swindells. I mean, she's playing the left side. It's a tough side to play to begin with, and you just saw a great example of her playing offense. But boy, she never gave up. When she lost the ball, she came back on and played defense. So it's she's got some great skills as well.
Tweedy centered it, but that was intercepted. Tweedy's got it back here. Tussle in front. Skowhegan will win it, but the Tigers on the loose ball. Centered into the circle. The turn is off. Chasing wide.
This is good to see. Gardiner's got some good pressure on Skowhegan. The more time they spend down at that end, I think the more self-confidence they're gonna have, and that's gonna bode well for them as this game progresses.
Yeah, Williams, a couple of saves. Her counterpart down the other end. Not quite as busy. Emma Jean had one good kick-out save. Tigers ball.
And it's worth noting, too, that Emma Jean was brought in late. I mean, she really has very little experience other than the game she's played this season.
Chasing with the shot, deflected in front. And corner for the Tigers. First corner of the game.
Looks like they got Zoe Sullivan-Brennan with the insertion. It's been Avery McMaster.
Yeah, it has been Avery, yeah. Yep. Chasing second one in. They like to get to Brindley. She's got a quick, hard shot. They've got a late arrival here coming in. Get the mask on. There they go. Into chasing. Brindley wants to tee it up. She does. The deflection in front. Ball's loose. Ooh. Tigers looking for the goal. They couldn't get it. Boy, that was as close as you can get off the corner. And a really good corner. But the Tigers come back with it.
I think we've seen that all season too, Rob. We see our forwards play defense when they have to instead of waiting, whereas a lot of teams have forwards that sit and wait. But our kids play defense, so that's always good when you've got those kids playing up defense and keeping the ball inside the circle.
Yeah, Tigers had another opportunity. Who you have 5 for the Tigers here? I don't have that on my roster.
You know, I don't either. I've got Emma Jean when she's not in the goal cage, but. Huh.
Nice stick check and goes out. Tigers ball. McMaster with a through ball. Might be a little heavy, but looks like it's just going to roll over the line. Just a touch heavy. Bruce for the Indian. There it goes. Albarico. And I do apologize. I've been here like 500 years and played against coach against Skowhegan forever. Big Al Wilson and all, huh? What a guy.
Oh my
we
gosh.
lost Al.
Yes.
Legend. Dufour with it. She's dispossessed. Tigers look to turn. Dufour came back with it. Stayed with it. Addie Lynch. Got it through. Pass back into the circle. Reverse. And that one snuck home.
Speaking of Al Wilson, Rob, I was up to Skowhegan last year and got a tap on the shoulders. I was watching a game, and it was Al, and I hadn't seen him for probably 10 or 15 years. I was so happy that I did. And he went on and on about Gardiner games, old Gardiner Skowhegan games. Just the jolliest, nicest guy.
Yeah, always was.
Yeah.
Always was. You folks up in Skowhegan know that's a good
pass
and through and a goal. Well, Imogene came out. She lunged for it, but it just got under her to the far post where you're supposed to park. We'll see it right here as we slow it down. This one had eyes on it. Good setup here.
Yeah, I think it was number 11, Captain Faith Pease. I think she had a good set on there. The defense was not too bad. As I was watching, it was mostly mark-up defense, but she kind of slid in there and had her stick down. Exactly
First good opportunity. Coach and Faith Pease comes through with the goal, the junior captain. Well, if you're the Tigers, you just say, okay, get back to how we were playing.
Exactly. That's coach's nightmare when the opposing team breaks down and gets down through there and has maybe 1 or 2 shots and score while you've had the ball most of the first quarter. So it's frustrating. But that's Skowhegan. If you give them an inch, that's exactly what's going to happen. So they've just got to mark up a little tighter in the circle.
Well, Tigers right back on the attack. They'll take that quick hit. Zoe Sullivan-Brennan back outside. Kind of fluffed on the pass, but they got it through. Hickey tried to turn it inside. She does. Reverse stick by Chasen. Tigers on the hunt here for a goal. In front. It's in the circle. Skowhegan just able to revert that threat. McMaster with her stick down like you're supposed to. She's able to block it. Battle going on here. Swindell's for the Tigers. Pair of 7s getting after it. Jaden Dodge for the Riverhawks in front.
Ooh, nice.
The shot kicked out. That was a good kick out save and a beauty. Williams was equal. Grace Simpson with it now. Simpson knocked it off the stick. I think that was Pease who's got the goal.
Grace Simpson's a freshman playing for Gardiner inside. It's a big game for any freshman.
Sure
you
is.
see Skowhegan on the field, and all of a sudden you're a freshman. It's a big game.
Spun back, Tigers, Hickey. Little 1-2. Chasen working for it. McMaster. And Tigers respond after the goal with some good offense, and that'll set up a corner for them. Second of the game. Sullivan-Brennan set on the inside.
Skowhegan's got some good speed coming out of these defensive circles, corners, so we want to see Gardiner get a shot off quickly.
They're trying to hide Chasen. She's the third person in as they sneak Taylor Hebert next to her. It'll come out high. 1-2 to Chasen. Chasen was marked up pretty well, but she got the ball the reverse, and that's Skywood.
That was a nice play, Rob. Nice play, but I think Brindley got a little over anxious. Topped the ball.
Well, we played one here just as we thought it would be. 1-0 game. Close to the best. We'll come back here after this.
Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grandpa Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help.
For years, you've worked hard, saved wisely, and dreamed of this moment. Retirement is one of life's biggest decisions. You don't have to navigate it alone. With Gosline Retirement Planning by your side, you can retire with confidence. We're a team of fiduciaries who specialize in the transition from work life to retirement life, and we're here to help. We at GRP are committed to building a plan that lets you live and give better than you thought possible.
Do you know that
We want to thank McAllister Real Estate. They're our newest sponsor. We'll be making an ad for them as I'll be able to connect up with Kim in the home office, Katie, and we'll be making them an ad. But we want to thank them for coming on as a sponsor. Lost a couple of sponsors this year as things happen. And if anybody knows of a funeral home in the area that would like to sponsor Muncie Media Sports, we're in the market for a funeral home. Not personally. Not personally, but from a Muncie Media standpoint. Long-time sponsor Staples not able to do it any longer. So we'd like to pick up a funeral home for sponsorship. So, but we do want to thank McAllister Real Estate. We filled that need that we had in the real estate market. So we're coming back here for first quarter thoughts here, Coach McNally.
Well, I think it's what we thought it was going to be. I mean, it's a tight ball game. Gardiner's had their chances. Skowhegan Faith Pease broke down early and got that goal. She was not as tightly marked as probably she should be, but Gardiner's done well in the first quarter. If they can build on that and get one of those shots to count, I think we're right back in this ball game because I think they've been playing well.
Probably if you're both coaches, you have a different message here. Skowhegan's got the goal, but Paula's probably talking about, hey, we got to tighten up here. We got to get out of our own end and get reestablished offensively. And I think Jess Mel's probably saying, hey, listen, just keep up what you're doing.
I think you're absolutely right.
We're a shot away from a tie game.
I am sure that Coach Doughty got her message across very succinctly. But you're right. I think Gardner's playing well, and I'm sure Jess said that.
So this will be, I'm assuming, the only time these two teams are going to meet this year, Coach.
I think it is, yeah.
We got an A-B matchup here. Tigers are in B.
Right.
Skowhegan and A. But what a boost this would be if you could get this game here as far as heel points. You would really guarantee yourself some home tournament time.
I would definitely think so. I think we're in 6 right now. And there's not much dividing 5th, 6th, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So this would be huge points.
Rolled out. Be Tigers ball.
And probably more than the points, Rob. It's just the confidence.
Yeah.
Coach Merrill's got some younger kids in there. In the goal especially, and then some of these youngsters that, we've been talking about Anna Tweedy and those kids, and they're not seniors still, so it's just, it's a huge confidence builder for these kids. But Skowhegan's in the same boat. She's only got 2 seniors as well, and she starts a couple freshmen, and her goalie's brand new, so I think they're in the same boat where that goes. But
Skowhegan.
Nice defense.
That was beautifully done.
That was Taylor Abia. That was great defense.
Yeah, Taylor was right where she needed to be. Jean got a piece of that one and kicked it to the side.
Now that looked a little tighter to me, defensively inside the circle. There wasn't anybody that was left unmarked, so that was a little tighter defense.
Izzy Stone is number 5. Okay. She had been 12. She got. Sometimes uniforms get ripped or left home, or any number of things happen. Reverse stick to try to clear. Tigers couldn't. Powered into the circle. And good defense by the Tigers again.
We talk about offensive in the offensive circle. With the defensive circle, there are a couple things you want done there too. Very seldom are you going to be able to dribble that out of there. So you've got to create a foul and get a free hit out of there, which just happened perfectly because very seldom you're going to get a hit out of a crowded defensive circle. So
and a lot of that is winning those 50-50 balls,
absolutely,
Coach.
Absolutely.
Far side, Sullivan Brennan looks to center it up to Chasen. Got to Chasen. Chasen gets the give and go. On the hunt, got Swindell's with her. Defender lost the stick. Just missed getting it through to Swindell. She was all alone, had that pass gone through, and some pretty darn good defense back there on the back line for the Riverhawks.
That was a great idea. A great idea. They had a 2-on-1, and that showed that little 20-second clip showed the speed that Gardiner's got up front as well.
So to be Zoe Sullivan-Brennan on the insert. To Chasen. Through. Loose ball and off the Tigers.
Good position in there, Rob. We had forward right in front of the penalty stroke line, which is exactly where she wanted to be. I'm not a proponent of 2 or 3 passes on a penalty corner, but it certainly worked there, and you had people in the right position. It's just a case of getting your wrist strength on that ball in front.
Alberico tried to connect down with Dufour, not able. Tigers got it. Molly Stickney reversed it out. Tigers on the hunt. Comes over to Swindells. Swindells was looking for Chasen in the middle, but Brenly had gone towards her a little bit. Tigers double the ball. Swindells wins the battle. Got Chasen with her. In front, the shot. Ball's loose and corner.
Nice run. Very nice run from the left side.
Here comes the insert.
Great showing of aggressiveness inside the circle with the Gardiner forwards. They don't let anything. Once they've got it in the circle, they're very, very tenacious.
Zoe Sullivan-Brennan set to insert. Comes to Chasen. McMaster with a shot. It's in front. Tigers reverse it. They got another shot. The shot, oh, just wide.
Inches.
Oh.
Inches.
Just wide to the near post, and that was a threat by the Tigers right there. They had a good opening there. The shot was well placed, just a touch wide. Chasing back. Bouncing ball, going to go well wide. So Tigers continue the pressure, Coach, and
I think the longer
close to
they're
the
in this,
equalizer.
the longer they're in this position, and they've got the shots coming on, as we said, the better they're going to get, because I think they're going to gain some confidence, and they're playing very well right now. The forwards are putting enormous pressure up front. The middies are at the top of the circle where they should be, so the ball's staying in the circle longer. In terms of possession, game possession, Gardiner's got it all over Skowhegan at this point.
McMaster goes top shelf, and Skowhegan ball put in play here by Jaden Dodge. Dodge surveys the scene, lets it rip. It's Perkins with it. Perkins wasn't able to control that one as it came about mid-thigh to her. It's a tough one to handle. Molly Stickney for the Tigers. She'll lay it off now and be McMaster. Avery got Sullivan right in the middle. She's trying to get loose. Some nice stick work there. Macy Hickey.
Beautiful change. Beautiful change.
Tigers change the field. Dispossessed.
Boy, Rob, I've seen a lot of games already this season, and I know I'm biased, but I think Gardiner's got one of the best passing games I've seen all year, and I've seen quite a few A games. Seen quite a few B games, but boy, they use the field extremely well, as we said in the beginning, and that's just a great offensive threat.
Well, you change the field quickly enough, you outnumber the opponent over there.
Absolutely.
Tigers far side. That one drips through. Tigers quickly in play. Back to Hickey. Trying to get McMaster. Avery shoots it through. Bouncing ball. Trying to settle of the Tigers. Swindells, but can't
Nice
get
poke.
it. Swindells stays with it on the poke. And that's a heck of a play by Swindells to
Absolutely.
just be persistent.
It's one of those players any coach would love to have. She plays offense, but boy, she plays a lot of defense. Nice poke jab in there. Kept the ball down in this end.
Battle for, and Jaden Dodge had seen enough of Davin Swindell's and just cleared her out.
Good pressure, very good pressure.
Corner. Yeah, Tigers way big advantage on corners.
Yeah, it looks like this is number 5, number 6, number 5.
Sullivan Brennan. Brenly tees it up. It's through.
Ooh, there it is!
Home. Tigers
Nice shot.
equalize.
Nice
Off the corner came to Chasen. Chasen. Good low ball to the far side. We'll see it right here, Coach.
Yeah, oh, it's beautiful. Chasen got that off instead of playing with it. I think it was a shorter shot too. Less backswing. Goes exactly opposite post where you want it. And guess who's there? Swindell's. Pokes it right in with a beautiful play.
Well, Davin's got, she can reach halfway across the planet there. She's, long and lean. And, boy, that reach came in handy there to get the tying goal. And we got to credit the Tigers' pressure. And Swindell's helped set up that corner with her persistent play with the pokes and keeping the ball alive. And eventually that resulted in a corner for the Tigers, and they cashed it in.
You're absolutely right. I can't emphasize enough how important Swindell's was on that whole play. Started at the 25 going in. And you're exactly right. She's the one that kept it in. It was only fitting that she ends up scoring on that post. But again, nice entry with Chasen. Just a beautiful play.
Tigers get it out of danger there, but dispossessed, and come the Riverhawks on the take in the circle. Wide open shot there, and they got it in behind. Jean came sliding over, but not able to get it, and there the Riverhawks with an attack right here, Coach. They don't waste any time getting the back on the lead.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen this. This is one of those teams that comes right back at you. And Perkins was in the right place right there. The ball came down too easily from the 50 down. And again, they put their pressure on, and we've seen this with Skowhegan time and time again.
Well, Skowhegan answers the Tigers' challenge with their second goal of the game to make it 2-1. Well, back and forth we go. Yeah, Perkins was all alone there, and she just had an easy tap in. Who made the original play up inside here? Well, we'll look at that replay later and break it down a little bit more when we have our halftime. We'll come back and look at the goals. And
yeah, a statistician just pointed out, too, that's the only shot. We've got one shot in this quarter, and it was a goal. But it was a quick goal, and it's very, very difficult to defend that when she's coming in one-on-one. And she showed some great stick work coming down from the 25 in. So difficult for any goalie.
Yeah, we'll look at that and give credit where it's due. Riverhawks will put it in play on the Gardiner offensive side of the field. Defensive side of the field, I should say. Tigers playing. Back out. Chasen was trying to use a little body work, hoping that might go through. Zoe Sullivan Brennan. One of the fans just said thank you to the official. Usually said in what we would term a facetious way. They must have thought some of the Tiger hits have been a little dangerous, but they've loosened up on that a little bit. And
yeah, it's only dangerous if there's somebody around. If it's going to be hurtful to somebody around. Other than that, they want to let the play go as much as possible in field hockey. And I know people have been complaining about whistles for years, but they've changed the rules, quite a few of the rules over the last 15 years, and it's all to make the game go a little faster, especially on the turf. So if there's no intent and there's nobody's going to get hurt, they're going to let play go, especially they're going to give the advantage to the team that needs it.
Well, Tigers look to go now. Chasen going to aerial,
nice
trying to get Swindell's, see if she can lay it flat and take the air out of that. Swindell's on the take. She picks it up. Tries to roll it to Chasen now. Brenly fought for it and got it. She's going to take a long shot. Won't get through. Tweedy right in the, McMaster right in the beautiful place there. McMaster, foul on Chasen. .
We talk a lot, Rob, about the forward line too, and we've got to shout out. We got to give some shout outs to Tweedy McMaster, that Macy Hickey, that midfield line for Gardner has played tremendously, improved every single game, and have played very well. They're playing very well in this game.
Is Macy, what a great play there. Lost originally, stayed with it and got it back. Grace Mayo far side. Tigers backline holds. 2:30, fast-moving game. This thing's going on hyperspeed. 2-1, you see the score. A lot of black and orange up on that scoreboard, just the way we like it. Mayo plays it back. She'll get it back. Mayo got cut off, so smartly comes back with it. Daddy Lynch in front in the circle, and I don't think Skowhegan's had a corner yet. Tigers, what,
believe
5
you're right.
you said?
Yes.
Scored off the last one. Chasen. Good trap there by Chasen, but she wasn't able to get back as Skowhegan stepped into the fray.
I think we've had a little change of momentum since that Skowhegan goal, too. They seem to have a little bit more pep in their step. The ball seems to be in this end since Skowhegan scored that second goal.
Here's an open wing, but as quick as Swindell says, she's not able to track that one down. Jaden Dodge. Bouncing ball. Mayo's got it. Shifts. On the strong side. Let it go. Far side. That's labeled.
There it is.
Yeah, you could almost see the setup on that one as Mayo beat the defender and had a clear lane. And you could tell right here that she's going to get this shot is going to get through. And you can see on the far side, right where you got to be.
Right, and as that entry ball goes in, you see the defense moving up a little bit. And on the far post, the scorer on the far post gets a little bit of room to take that shot. So I think that you're right. That started with Mayo bringing the ball in and opening the circle up.
Yeah, Perkins got a piece of it right up high and deflected it to the far corner. You know, I think Tigers might have moved off that spot as the ball came to the middle, and Riverhawks, they answered the tying goal by the Tigers. Sydney Perkins put it in play quickly. She's got it back here. Perkins fighting for it. Now Swindell's. Swindell tried to self-pass. That was some good defense there, but it's going to turn over the Tigers. Not much time left here as we tick down the final seconds of the first half. 4 goals scored in the game, 3 of them for the Riverhawks in the first half. They lead the Tigers 3-1. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll break down the scoring for you. We have halftime stats here from Hopefield. We'll come back after this.
When you need top quality aggregate, you need McGee Construction. From gravel, sand, and crushed stone to specialty materials, McGee Construction has supplied Maine's contractors and homeowners for over 35 years. No project is too big or too small. Whether you're building a driveway, a home, a highway, we've got the materials you need delivered on time every time. For reliable service, expert advice, and high-quality aggregate, trust McGee Construction. Built on trust, driven by quality. Started by the Corliss family in Pittston in 2019, Corliss Gravel Pit offers some of Kennebec County's highest quality gravel products. Located just south of the old Cedar Grove Road, on the right off Route 27, we offer a variety of products for all of your needs. At Corliss Gravel Pit, our loader is always ready and on site. Local deliveries on larger quantities are always available. And we offer discounts on large quantities as needed. We also offer plowing and sanding services during those tough Maine winters.
Corliss Gravel Pit is family owned and operated since 2019, producing Kennebec County's highest quality gravel at a fair price.
At Randolph Hardware, our game plan is simple. We offer way more than just hardware. We have a huge selection of paint, plumbing, electrical, and gardening supplies to help you complete simple projects to major home renovations. We also offer a rental center, factory authorized power equipment repair, and the best tool selection around. So stop in today and let the Randolph Hardware team help make your project a winner. Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
At Fowler's Roofing, our staff and crews are very reliable and professional. We've been servicing New England for over a decade. When we approach a job from the free estimate to the finished product, the #1 goal is establishing trust with the homeowner and to provide them with 100% satisfaction. We specialize with shingle roofing, framing, siding, earthwork, metal roofing, metal buildings, and so much more. We are proud members of the Better Business Bureau, the Kennebec Valley Chamber of Commerce, and the Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce. We are fully certified, thoroughly insured, and we offer a 24-hour emergency service serving the state of Maine, as well as a 5-year warranty on labor. As a business in the Kennebec County area, we are very proud to be a continuing sponsor for local schools and sports teams, building a better community with Fowler's.
At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address your individual situation. We understand the challenges families face today. From managing debt to saving for college to retirement, these personal finance challenges can be overwhelming. Our commitment is to utilize all of our resources to help you pursue your goals. We believe in thinking out of the box, and we are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom in our approach to financial services and preserving wealth. All of our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, and your satisfaction.
Hey there, this is Shayna. I just wanted to say that this community has been so great to us, and we want to be able to grow even more.
I'm Madison, and I'm assistant coach of Maine Hype, and I love AYS because it has helped me grow into a more confident player, and it's given me many opportunities.
One of the things we want to do is build an indoor facility in order to make a home for our athletes to develop more, be able to have a place to come in and just sit down and socialize and be able to work on their fundamentals and their skills.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I play for Maine Hype, and I love AYS because of the way it feels like a family and how playing with these girls have made me very much like more of a confident player.
I think that one of the biggest things we need to do is help these athletes grow, and I think starting with an indoor facility would be great.
Hi, my name's Jackie. I play with Maine Hype. I love AYS basketball because I have developed over the years and I get to compete at a high level.
Hi, my name is Layla and I play for Maine Hype. I joined AYS because I heard such good things about them and I wanted to push myself to be a better player.
Atlantic Youth Sports Inc. was born from a dream I had growing up in West Gardiner, a dream to build a place where kids could play, grow, and feel like they belong. For 15 years, we've coached, mentored, and celebrated every athlete who'd walked through our doors, even when those doors were borrowed. We're thankful for every space we've used, and it's time to build a home, one that reflects the heart of this community, a place where teamwork, respect, confidence, determination, and commitment live in every corner. Please visit us at www.aysint.org and make athletes matter together.
Having free college, it's awesome.
I'm not going to have this weight of debt hanging over my shoulder.
It's so nice to be able to not have to worry about that burden. So yeah, sets you up for success.
Back here at Hoke Field, halftime of our first game of a twin bill here. We'll follow this up with football tonight at 7. Just kind of worked out great that this game was slotted in before. And once we saw that on the schedule, we said, hey, that's the way to go here. I want to thank the Gardiner Tigers Sports Boosters Club. You're coming tonight for the football game, or you're staying here after the game. You're watching us maybe down the stands. Don't get frustrated. It's a little behind, and I've tried to explain this to people for years, that it's not instantaneously. People come running up in the press box and say, Munzing, you're off. You're late, and you just what we take here goes up to the cloud. They fiddle diddle around with it for a while. Something else happens. It comes down. It comes to your house somehow. Okay, that's all I know about it. But it's not going to be instantaneous. Let's take a look here at the scoring, Coach McNally. Let's break these down. Good battle right off. 2:45 left here in the first goal of the game.
Yeah, if you take a look at this, this is the first goal was Faith Pease. And she's situated right inside the post. And you see that ball coming in. It's a great little shot. In she comes, steps in front of that defender who turns her back to her, which she shouldn't have done. So she turns her back to her, and that goal goes in. So it's this game is odd, Rob, as we just said. Gardiner's had, if you look at time of possession, Gardiner's had the ball 99% of the time in their end, and it shows in the stats. Gardiner's got 8 shots on goal. Skowhegan's only got 5. Skowhegan's had no penalty corners the first half. That's unheard of. Gardiner's had 5 penalty corners.
Yeah, including this one, which is the equalizer.
Right, and this is beautiful. I mean, this ball comes in. Swindells is on the left corner, the right corner, right where she should be. Puts her stick on the ball, and in it goes. So that was, you're right, that was Swindells from chasing. Nice little pass, great position and inside. You take a look at Gardiner, as we said, it's got 8 shots, 5 penalty corners. Interestingly enough, Gardiner's only had to make 2 saves, 1 goalie save and 1 defensive save by Molly Stickney. So the thing that's happening is after the first quarter, the momentum changed a little bit. Skowhegan comes down through very quickly. After they're scored on, as we said during the game itself, Skowhegan kind of takes another extra pep in their step, and down they come and score. And the second goal was Sydney Perkins, who dribbled from the 30 down inside, got in behind the defense and scored. So Skowhegan had 2 shots and 2 goals right off. So the end of the half, we're at 3-1. But as we said, Gardiner's had the ball. I think if they can make a couple adjustments, tighten up the defense inside the circle a little bit, and get some direction on the shots inside the offensive end, we can see them come back and score just as quickly. But it's just one of those odd games where the ball comes down through one time and they score, and then they come down one other time and score a second time. Gardiner holds on to the ball but just can't manage to put one in up front. But I think we're talented that way, and I think we can see it.
The senior captain, Grace Mayo, on that third goal, you saw her, and she got the steal, the dispossession, turned it into offense, came down in the Gardiner deep into the area and made a beautiful cross pass, deflected in the middle, right to the far post, easy put in. So Tigers work to do. You got to think the next goal is absolutely crucial in this as we start the third, and Tigers some work to do, and Riverhawks in the driver's seat, but we'll see if that changes. One goal is either going to put the Riverhawks in a really good situation. If they get it, Tigers get it, we got ourselves a tilt.
Well, I think Gardiner got a little frustrated after that second goal, and we saw a couple mishits, which we don't normally see with Gardiner too. A couple of the free hits went up in the air. So I think there was a little frustration there, and hopefully we'll settle down. I'm sure coaches talk to him at halftime and just have him settle down a little bit. So here's the first penalty corner for Skowhegan.
Yeah, Riverhawks came out on the attack, set up the corner.
As we said too, Rob, I mean, Skowhegan is one of those teams that's it's a never say die for them. They smell a victory, and they're going to tighten up. They're not going to loosen up. They're going to tighten up.
We're set for the insertion. Tigers get their face gear on, and they get set. That was Mayo with it. And goal off the corner.
Well, that didn't take long here. Well-executed corner. I think it was Addie Lynch is going to get credit for the goal, and she may be the one who inserted it and went right to the post.
Oh, gee, it looked like 11 to me, Rob. It
Well,
looked like
okay.
Pease again, but I could be wrong too. But again, a perfect play, and it didn't look like Gardner marked up the post on that one, so she was alone.
Yeah, it was 11. Faith Pease, the junior captain. So an early goal.
And as you alluded to, this is difficult now, Rob. We're at 4-1. There's plenty of time left. Plenty of time left as long as Gardner stays in their own game, plays like they did the first half. But, boy, it's very difficult against the Skowhegan team to come back 3 goals.
Well, you know, the thing, too, Coach, is you want to, get a goal that counts for 3, but they only count for 1, so you can only get 1 at a time.
Right.
Hickey dispossessed. She came in to try to keep the offense alive.
This is Grace Mayo, and as I alluded to in the beginning, when I talked to Coach Doughty before the game, she said Mayo is one of her top players. And since Gardner scored that goal, Mayo has controlled the forward line.
Yes.
She's got great stick work. She's going through the Gardner defense with ease. So she's the impetus behind their offensive thrust.
Haney attacked. Defended by Anna Tweedy, but it'll be Skowhegan hit. Lillian Smith, the junior. No, they're going to change it up, and Lauren Nunn right in the circle and quickly out. Well, when you have a program with the tradition of success that the Riverhawks have had, they simply come into every game expecting to win. And sometimes when it doesn't go their way, they don't panic because they say, you know what, we always seem to win, so let's just stay playing. And then, they've had 1 corner versus 5 for the Tigers.
Right.
They score off theirs. Tigers scored 1 out of 5. But they just have executed and shown great poise. When the Tigers tied it up, they came right back down within seconds, back ahead.
Yeah, you're correct, Rob. And I think a lot of the majority of Skowhegan kids too play year-round field hockey, so they're playing in big games a lot of the time during the year. So they don't get rattled. They never have. Even the times that I was coaching against Paula for years there, they just don't get rattled no matter what the score is, and they come back tough if they're down. Whereas a lot of teams kind of get a little discouraged if you go down to a team like Skowhegan. You get a little discouraged and you kind of overhit the ball and you don't stay within yourself, and Skowhegan just doesn't do that, never has.
I might have told my teams once or twice, hey, listen, let's not panic.
Exactly.
let's play our game. Let's not panic.
I can't count the number of times I said that playing against Skowhegan, so you're absolutely right.
Macy Hickey kind of fluffing out of that one. Not sure that's a real field hockey term, but I think you know what it meant. On the take is Tweedy. Anna, nice rush. Came back to try to play it, but kept in. Sullivan Brennan looking for Chasen, just missed her. Well, they found Brindley. They know enough that they should find number 1.
She certainly should be on the radar for any defensive team.
Looking at Franklin Pierce. Last time we talked, any update on that, Coach, for Brindley?
Yeah, I think she's committed. I think she's committed.
Fantastic. Love to see it. And, let me give you some advice from an old guy here that had lots of players, and Coach McNally, Coach Gallant probably go along with this as well. The sooner a kid can decide what they're going to do, the pressure just comes off. People don't understand the pressure on a 17, 18-year-old kid as to what they're going to do with their future, particularly when they've got schools talking to them. Everybody loves them, and, they're going to be the best thing since, grilled cheese. And you just want to make that decision if you can. If you find a place you love and they love you, go for it. Don't worry so much about the level.
Oh, exactly. You got to find a program that fits. And with our kids, or you know, as I told my kids, anytime we would discuss in colleges, kids get big eyes when they start talking about D1s. You know, you're thinking, gee, crying, I'd like to go play D1. Well, do you fit there? Can you play there? Are you going to be happy sitting for a while? Because once you leave here and go to a D1 program in any sport, it doesn't matter what the fish are all the same. And some kids are going to be a lot better, and you're coming from a program where you were the best. So are you going to be patient enough to sit for a while?
Yeah. Do you want to be a practice player for 2 or 3 years?
Right. For some kids it works out. For some kids it doesn't. But as we said, I think the last time we talked about this, Rob, last game, you know, our D2 programs are very, very competitive. And, you know, as I said to my kids, if you get on a field that you're playing D2 or something like that, it's just going to be just as competitive. You're going to be just as enthusiastic, and you're going to have just as much fun because you're not going to be playing field hockey the rest of your life. So you want to go somewhere where you can play and have a good time doing it.
Yeah. Similar stories, Coach.
Sure.
You know, my thing was, how many guys do you see at 30 years old putting the pads on and tackling people, you know? You're just not going to play beyond.
Right.
Corey Anderson, the freshman. Got the Hickey up and through. Anderson with a nice play there. Did not panic with the ball. Didn't have anything going on and paused. Chasing. Looking to spin around the stick side. She does. Wouldn't go in. And that's dangerous, so it'll come out.
Yeah, Gardner's got some good freshmen that we're going to watch the next few years. Corey Anderson's one of them. Some great skills for a freshman. Anna Griffiths we've seen before. Grace Simpson. These kids are going to make a big statement on this program in the next 3 years.
Yeah, we saw Grace earlier on make a nice play in her zone with the good clear out. Tigers working in. It's in the circle. The shot.
Oh, there it is.
Ball still loose.
Good pressure. Keep that up.
Lillian Smith for the Riverhawks. Tigers with the better territorial play since the 4th Skowhegan goal. Played back smartly. Not through. Open wing here is Faith Pease. Pease turfed it. Tigers turn it with Tweedy. Tweedy dispossessed. Caitlin, sorry, that's not Caitlin. That's Faith Pease. Pease. Nice little pass between the legs back.
Nice defensive recovery. She, Tweedy had some running to do there to catch up, but she did a nice job recovering.
Simpson plays it ahead. Freshman to freshman here. Sullivan Brennan. Got the wrap on that left leg. Got a quarter of hamstring going on there.
Yeah, she had that on last game.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to be limping. It's not holding her back any, so that's good. Or it doesn't seem to be anyway.
I did some work around the yard, and there were not enough ace bandages down at Rite Aid there to be able to put me back together. Not Rite Aid, right? They haven't been around since.
No.
It's Laverdia's, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's exactly who it is. That's 50 years ago.
I still call it Laverdi's. Anderson trying to get through, can't. Anderson's played well since she's come in. Tigers in the circle now. They've set up a corner. Got to credit the freshman
Perfect.
Anderson there.
From this distance, Anderson and Swindells look very similar. Both long-legged, both run real well, both have the ponytail, although it looks like Swindells has got hers up right now, but it's they look like they play very similarly.
Sullivan Brennan. fluffed on that one. The Tigers keep it in. They're going to get shot off here. Comes in. Just wide.
Oh, good hustle. That was Anderson again. Anybody, that ball that close to the end line, a lot of people might have let that go, but Anderson chased that down and created that corner. Good hustle.
Yeah, and so we kind of scuffed. That sometimes happens. You see the stuff that you see coming up of rubber pellets. Tigers looking to get it through. Hickey, nice little dish off there. In.
Nice shot.
That was a bomb. Swindell's trying to turn, can't. Davin's got it. Throws it back in front, and Tigers were hoping to get another corner, but they don't. 3:20 left. Chris Wheeler doing our production work. That was a fake swing. That's what I say after fourth tee. Share with you some exciting news. If this is the first time you've heard Coach McNally and I do a game, we passed the audition, I guess. I didn't even know we sent in a tape, but we got contacted by Maine Public, and Coach and I are going to do the state championship along with Dave Cheever, longtime official of. Is Dave still officiating, Mo?
You know, I haven't seen him, so
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But he certainly has done quite a few games.
Yeah.
He did a great job at it.
Yeah, he's been a big proponent for field hockey
Sure
for a number of
has.
years, and a great broadcaster. He does a lot of the Maine Public basketball games. He'll do a game. Mo and I will do the first and third games.
It'll be fun. It'll be.
Looking forward to it down Lewiston.
Yeah.
It'll be beautiful field down there, fast just like here, and we have the best field hockey players in the state down there for a day. It's going to be awesome.
It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it.
Be nice to see these two teams down. Oh, there was no hesitation by Lauren Nunn. Grace Simpson now for the Tigers. Plays it back.
I'm sure one of the things that Coach Doughty said to her team at halftime was, "Don't let them back in it."
Yeah.
And I think you can see that they're taking their free hits quickly, which is actually a forte of Gardiner, but Skowhegan's doing very well at that too, and they're just not going to let Gardiner back in this.
Yeah, just
So
play
Gardner's
field
gonna have to
position.
earn it. Right.
Just play field
absolutely.
position. Every clear is good. Every tick of the clock is good, even though it's only third quarter. We're down almost toward the minute mark here in the third. And, you know, you got to think, Coach Doughty said the same thing. Hey, let's get the next goal when it was 3-1. I mean, she's coached a game or two, you know, Mo, and
Yeah.
she probably understands that. we wouldn't have to tell her.
Nope. But I do think Gardner's come out in this that third quarter, and they're playing a little bit more disciplined. At the end of the second, they were a little out of it seemed to be a little out of sync, but they're playing a little bit more disciplined here in the third.
Tigers back in the defensive end, and nice reverse. Gene with the save, but it's in behind. Trouble in River City, but well, I guess if you're the Tigers, yeah, okay, corner, but that was dangerous.
That was. There was a lot of room behind the goalie who was already down on the ground.
So explain to the folks we're at 10 seconds here, Coach, and what the rule would be on a corner that takes place at the end of the quarter here.
Right. They've got to finish the quarter. So even the corner. So even if the time runs out, they've got to allow them to play the corner out.
So what do the Tigers need to do to be able to
They've either
stop this?
They got to turn Skowhegan into a foul, put the ball on their legs, turn them into a third, anything they can to get a foul, or the ball's got to come out and be on the 25.
Thrown in. I think Jean got a piece of that, got a piece of
Yes.
that. She's fighting, clawing, and where is it? Still loose.
So the ball's out over the end line off them, so corner's over, and so is the quarter.
So Tigers survived that corner there, and Emma Jean, the freshman, doing a great job there. She was scratching and clawing like a tiger cub right in there. So we'll take a quick break here. We'll come back. It'll be the fourth when we come back to Hoke Field after this.
Coaches and athletes know that teamwork is the key to success.
At the Gosline Insurance Group, our team is comprised of knowledgeable, enthusiastic, and dedicated agency personnel who are committed to keeping our clients informed and protected. Featuring 9 agencies throughout the area, the Gosline Insurance Group is the largest locally owned independent agency group in Central Maine. As a trusted choice agent, we are dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person and not as a policy. This commitment means we will work for you and not the insurance company. So call us today and let our team put you on the path to success.
When choosing a financial institution to entrust your hard-earned money to, bigger is not always better. Will you be noticed? Will you be heard? At Gardiner Federal Credit Union, our members aren't account numbers. They're our friends and neighbors. Each member has a vote, a voice. What matters to you matters to us. Lending decisions are based not solely on your credit score, but on who you truly are. We work diligently year-round to end hunger. We donate and volunteer throughout the community, supporting neighborhood events. We are local people making local decisions, investing in our members and giving back to our communities. Gardiner Federal Credit Union, where your money has a voice.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Since 1892. And it changes the game, 35-26. This has been a wacko affair. We'd like to recognize CB Matson, one of our great sponsors, and for any of your housing needs, they're having a big open house down in Damascotta area in Lincoln County to show off some of their promising potential housing opportunities down there, and you can find out more information on Facebook with them. They are handicapped accessible, as well as an equal opportunity housing folks. See the score, 4-1. We'll have a little break in the action here as this one will get over. Probably about 4:20. Stay with us post-game. We'll have our Capsa Pizza player of the game. Somebody's getting a free pizza. I think we're up to date on getting these out.
I think we are. Interesting fact from that third quarter, Rob, Tides turned a little bit. Skowhegan had 6 shots on goal. Gardiner only had 1. They had 2 penalty corners to Gardiner's 2-2, but Gardiner had a bad give on one of them. The Skowhegan goalie only had to make 1 save in that quarter, too. So the Tides turned just a little bit Skowhegan way. But again, still plenty of time.
See if Tigers can pick it up. And one of the things about the Riverhawks, they certainly know how to play with a lead.
Yeah, they don't give up a lead very easily, that's for sure. And we see Coach Doughty on the sideline. I mean, she's coaching all game long. Doesn't matter what the score is. She's into it. She's animated. Ooh.
Well, that looked like an innocent play to start with, and then the flash out front, and knocked home. We'll have to see who gets credit for this one.
Looks like Caitlin Dufour. She's a freshman, number 14, I think, and coach is very high on her as well. I heard her name mentioned at the beginning of the game. But you can't leave a Skowhegan kid alone at the penalty stroke line. That's going to hurt you every single time.
Boy, that was a quick shot. You're right.
Yes.
So Caitlin Dufour, the freshman, just a flick of the stick, changed direction of that, and Imogene really no chance on that one.
No. And I think that shows you, too, that little replay shows you how quickly, if you take that, if you shorten up your grip inside the penalty stroke area with no backswing, just use the strength of your wrists and your arms and just kind of float that in, it comes off the stick pretty darn quick. And you're right, Imogene had no chance.
Well, Tigers right back at the attack. Swindell's. Davin was all over the offensive end in the first half. Chasing. Play went down, we played on. So Tigers will get a corner out of it.
These corners don't come very often, so you really got to take an opportunity to really get a shot off on these things. You got to make sure the insertion is steady and straight wherever it is you want to go. and you want to ensure that the first person who has a shot takes it. At this stage of the game, no more passing, no more messing around. The first person who has a shot needs to take it and create the second one.
Comes in high. And shot didn't get through. It was off of Tweedy.
Awful easy for me to say, take the shot when you've got 4 kids coming right at you. The speed of Skowhegan makes it a little difficult, that's for sure.
So how do you signal in what you want done off the corners, Coach? You got numbers, you got verbals.
You know, a lot of coaches do it a lot of different ways. Yeah, numbers. We used colors one year. We used flags one year. Flags with different combination colors on them. Sometimes I saw a team down south. They've got on their sticks, similar to what pitchers have on their wrists or whatever.
Yeah,
They've got numbers or
yeah,
significant things on their sticks, and the coach will call out something. So different with different teams.
Yeah. You know, I couldn't play for you, Coach, if you used the colors.
It's true. That is true.
Everybody who knows me knows I'm colorblind. Chris has always got to check my scoreboard there. See what color I get up. We had a team that was green there the other day, and I had them up as a red team because I'm red-green colorblind. I was sure I had the right color.
That's why Beth picked the colors for the new house?
Exactly. I was out of that mix from the get-go. From the get-go.
That may not have been even a color issue.
She and Andy have decorated it beautifully.
Oh, I saw the pictures.
That almost snuck through, and that was Anderson waiting for it. Some valuable experience here for Cora and Grace Simpson, freshman here playing today against a powerhouse Skowhegan team. These teams aren't going to play again with the AB. We've got an injury in behind the play. I didn't see what happened at all, but is that Sydney Perkins going off? I
can't see a number. I'm not sure who it is.
I'm just going by size, seeing Sydney play there, the sophomore. I think it's number 16. But she's walking out on her own power. She might have got bitten by one up there. Oh, it's number 15, so it's Olivia White. Hope she's okay.
I think you alluded to, Rob, right before we saw the injury. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of good things that Gardiner can take from this game. They played extremely well in the first half. There's a lot of things that they've done well, so I'm hoping that, I'm sure she will, I'm sure Coach will point those things out along with the things that you can work on. But this is Skowhegan. This is the way Skowhegan plays. You can only get better after playing Skowhegan. Watching tape and seeing what went on, because you played a top-notch team. You're absolutely right.
One of the neat things about us doing the games is, both coaches will be able to go back and look at this. You can slow it down, slow motion. I mean, we're shooting this in high definition, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Well, what's that mean? Well, when you slow it down, it's perfectly smooth and clear.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a game changer when you can sit and look at a game film that I can remember when I first started coaching. We looked at game films that looked like it was a cloud of smoke. It really wasn't a whole lot you could get out of it. You tried to.
Yeah.
But these games, as I watch them back, they're great teaching tools, and that's exactly what we all need going into a tournament.
Well, it really helps you with your set pieces as well. Chasen tried to poke it through, couldn't do it, dispossessed. That was a nice play that time by Smith defensively, and Jean comes out with the kick. Here come the Tigers. Trying to get Anderson, but none stepped in.
That's one of those things that you can see on a game tape. If Anderson had taken 1 or 2 steps towards the ball, the natural thing for any player, not just Anderson because she's a freshman, but any player, as the ball's coming to you, start running away from it. And what coaches will tell you to do is take a step towards the ball, and if they watch this, they'll see that she lost the ball in that particular play because of that.
Beautiful through ball once again by Grace Mayo. We tick down, 8:40 left. They'll play a JV timed game after this. What I mean by that, well, they're not going to play a complete game. They'll just set the clock and play until they have to clear the field to get ready for our next game here. And that's the beauty of the turf. You could stack these games up like cordwood and play all day.
Speaking of that, what a great fall Gardiner's having, huh? All their teams
all
are
the sports are
right in the middle of things.
Yeah, and we've got some action coming up here that we haven't been able to catch up to. We're really looking forward to catching up to the volleyball team. They are off to a great start. They are #1, now playing at our correct enrollment level in Class C, and they are leading Class C in the heel points, and that's one division. So Tigers. Looking to finish out the regular season strong, get into postseason play. And as postseason play opens up, folks, our schedule opens up a little bit as well. So typically we're able to bring you some of the tournament games. We've had some classics here between Gardiner, Coney, and field hockey in the postseason. There's a nice poke through here. On the take is Dufour. Well defended. Coming up for the Tigers was Abear. She's always solid back there. Yeah, so, and those are to be announced, obviously. We have no idea who's playing when, but we will have some time as baseball and softball will be over down at Central Maine Community College. People are going, what's he, been hitting the head again? No, they do play a fall schedule of baseball, softball, and we cover it for Central Maine Community College, but that'll be over here very shortly, and then that opens up some possibilities. We opened up a game yesterday that we threw into the mix as Sonny Andy Munson came over with Billy and Gary Verhill and Chris, and we picked up a Gardiner boys soccer game. We hadn't got to them yet. Want to see Coach B.J. Parkin, and it was an exciting game, very entertaining. Lots of goals scored through.
Oh, nice
Anderson's
pass.
got it here. Anderson's in alone. Anderson looks to tee it up. She crosses it right in front, still loose, and squirts out. But a good rush by the freshman. Tigers maintain possession. They'll get a corner. We got to credit Anderson.
Oh, she did a nice job carrying that down. I think when she takes a look at it, had she brought that ball up just a little bit higher, they would have had a 2-on-1. But that was a nice rush.
Turns into a corner opportunity for the Tigers. Sullivan Brennan. So I guess the thing I'm trying to say is, future games, check your local listings.
And we got a Halldale game coming up, don't we, Rob?
We
next
do.
Week.
Yeah,
That'll be
we're going to be getting to Halldale. That one came out and kind of flooded out, but Jason went and got it. Tries to pass, and that was poked away. Good defense coming up and poking it away by Grace Mayo. Who else?
Yeah, she's played a great game.
Yeah.
She's all that Coach said she was, that's for sure.
Halldale field hockey coming up. We'll have our post-game. We'll have our Capsa Pizza player of the game. I'm going to confer with Coach Moe and see who we've given it to so far in the games we've done. We've had 2. That's our 3rd field hockey game, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah. Skowhegan taking it out of danger. Real smart play there, kind of getting some time off the clock and taking it out. Non-danger was none.
Exactly right. I think Coach is playing the clock at this point. She knows she doesn't need any more goals. We're going to take the ball wide if we can. We're going to see a lot more dribbling from Skowhegan. We're going to see a lot more time coming off the clock. They're not going to take the hits as quickly. They're going to use the width of the field, so it's or the back of the field, whatever it takes to get the time off the clock. I want to thank Coach Gallant for doing stats today. She just showed me one of the stats that she mentioned is Gardiner's had five corners here and hasn't had a shot on any of them at this point. So it tells you that Skowhegan's tightened up a little bit on the defensive corners. And we just saw Brindley take with the team against Skowhegan, and we've said this before. If you're the initial shooter on a corner, you've got to shorten up your grip some. If you've got a big backswing, then a skilled team's going to poke that ball out from underneath you so you don't get your shot off. So you got to shorten your grip up a little bit on those penalty corners to get the shot off, especially on a team like Skowhegan.
Coach Gallant will be joining us on Maine Public. She's going to do the stats for the games. She's going to make us sound smart.
Yeah, absolutely. No question. She sure is. Got a little message from Nick Godfrey, who's going to be our boss, which in itself is kind of interesting. His daughter's playing in Bangor, playing field hockey in Bangor, and he's enjoying it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Skowhegan went to throw it in front, couldn't do it. Grace Mayo. So I'll play with the game just to be sure, because sometimes we get some feedback on this. It's going to be a Gardiner player, and always is. Made the mistake one time. We gave it to a Gardiner player, and somebody yelled at me on Facebook and said, "You missed the real player of the game." I said, "Well, this is a Gardiner one." You know, player of the game is probably Grace Mayo. Mayo has been great. We'll give her Al's Pizza.
That's right. We'll give it to her. I don't know if they'll
Yeah,
give her
I
the
don't know
pizza, but we'll give her the.
I see Grace going in saying, "Hey, Munzing Media
That's
said
right.
to get a pizza here." I spent enough money up there at Al's Pizza over the years after scouting games and stuff like that.
It'd be interesting to see her walk into Al's Pizza and say, "Geez, I want a pizza from you guys." Huh. You did?
Oh, we'll see who'll get the Gardner Award. We'll confer. As I said, we like to spread those out a little bit.
Yeah, I think the first 2 games it was Chasen and McMaster.
Addie Lynch.
You see, just as we said, Rob, they're using the width of the field. They're in no hurry. They're not using their speed. They absolutely want to penetrate this half of the goal. Get out of there.
It's close. And goes out.
Boy, Skowhegan's got a nice combo with Mayo and Pease. Those two are 2 excellent ball players.
They really see each other well.
Yeah, sure do.
Burnley chasing. Tried to thread it through. Sullivan Brennan. So we threw traffic. Threw to space. Anderson, her long reach. And she went stick to stick with Michelle Williams. Not Michelle Williams, I'm sorry. Wasn't Williams. Williams is in goal. About the minute mark. Thank everybody for joining us. Tigers going to finish this on a corner. It'd be nice if they could cash in here.
Right.
Sullivan Brennan goes to the insertion. Jason's been mostly the recipient of the insert, and she is again. Brenly throws it back to the post, and smart step up and clear out by Jaden Dodge. Under 20. Good stop there by the Tigers. And Swindells connects with Anderson. Anderson to the middle. Almost connected with Sullivan Brennan, not able to, and Skowhegan takes it to the side. Tigers double attack. And double team the ball. Reverse didn't get through, and that's about going to run out the clock, and it will. And Skowhegan Riverhawks over the Gardiner Tigers here, as you see, 5-1. So we'll take a quick break. We'll hear from our good friends at Capsa's Pizza, and we'll let you know who the Capsa Pizza play of the game is when we come back. We'll recap after this.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
In a battle of orange and black here from Tiger Town, it was Skowhegan 5, Gardiner 1. First half was a pretty close affair, and Skowhegan in the second half just a dominant, went into defensive mode, as Coach McNally told you, played the field wide and took opportunities when they presented themselves, and the Young Tigers played a good, strong first quarter, probably outplayed the Riverhawks in the first, Coach McNally, but too much strength for the Riverhawks, and they win it 5-1.
Absolutely correct, Rob. Gardiner came out very strong in the first quarter. Stayed inside their strong suit, but Skowhegan in the second half took over. We take a look at shots on goal. Skowhegan had 14 total, and 9 of them came in the second half. Gardiner had 10 shots. 8 of them came in the first half for Gardiner. And then we look at penalty corners. Skowhegan still only had 2 penalty corners, and Gardiner had 11. But the issue with the penalty corners was Gardiner didn't get quality shots off their penalty corners. In terms of saves, Gardiner ended up with 8. Skowhegan ended up with 9, and then you ended up with a 5-1 score. So a lot of, as we said, a lot of good things Gardiner can take from this and build on it, and also take a look at tape and look at the the tightness of the defense inside the circle. It was a little lacking in the second half. Take a look at directional passes. Sometimes Gardiner takes their free hits very, very quickly, but you've got to have some direction on them. You've got to know that the ball's going into space that somebody's running onto. So, and I do think that Gardiner got a little taken out of their game after Skowhegan went up, but they came back in the third quarter and played well. Skowhegan is just one of those teams. I mean, they're going to play tough all game. I think that you're right. They started a little slow in the first half. I'm sure Coach Doughty had a few things to say, and the motivation in the second half was big for them. But all in all, I don't think it was that bad. I think Gardiner can take some big things from this as they go on in Class B. But you're right. We'll see Skowhegan in Class A North, and Gardiner's going to take some good stuff from this and hopefully get some more points and move themselves up into third or fourth in Class B North. So good game to watch.
Yep. Thank you, coaches. Thanks, Sharon, coming in and doing our stats for us. Really adds a lot to the broadcast. I want to thank Bill Hasty on our camera here. Chris Wheeler was on our production. Before we leave, we'll let you know the Capsa Pizza player of the game is going to be Davin Swindell. So she's going to get a medium one-topping pizza from our good friends at Capsa's Pizza. And a good place to go anytime, but between games they run out, get yourself pizza, come back in here, watch the football game here tonight as Madomic Valley comes in. We will be presenting the Coach John Burgess Whatever It Takes award. We'll do that as soon as the team hits the field. They come on at about 20 of, a quarter of, to take the field. So we'll do it immediately when the team gets out. It'll be a short, brief ceremony. And as I heard last night, Coach Burgess is hoping to be in attendance, so that'll be fantastic here as we'll have another perfect night for high school football. And that'll be next here on Munsing Media. Until then, for all of us here at Munsing Media, so long, everybody.